Welcome back to Character Select. Dave, Tyler, Mal, back for more of The Return of the Obra Dinn. I don't think it's actually The Return. I think it's just Return of the Obra Dinn.
Yeah.
This is a new recording session. This is a new recording session. It has been 2 weeks since we last recorded. The audio issues that you may or may not have noticed from the previous episodes have been fixed. Thank you for bearing with us. Hopefully it's not too distracting, but
egregious.
Here we are. What I had to do was I had to go back and replay through everything that we've already done so that I could get audio to give to Jim to splice it into the video that we already did so that all of our reactions would still be the same and we didn't have to re-record everything.
Because you can't play a game the first time twice.
Correct.
Wow.
But then I noticed something while I was doing that.
Yep. I know what you missed.
Wow. So
if we look at our,
right? If we look at our book,
yeah.
If we go to, we don't have bargain. So the Doom, we didn't notice this, Mal. Tyler did. We didn't. Yep. We didn't finish this chapter.
Nope. You also didn't get the one at the beginning of the chapter.
Correct. Part 2 and Part 1 are not there.
And I know which one that is.
And the reason that we didn't see it is because we didn't go through this door and find this corpse.
Well then.
This guy did not have fun.
Oh good.
Oh.
Oh. Did he die shitting himself to death?
Yes.
Fuck
yes,
is wrong with this man?
That is what's wrong with him.
Oh no!
This is before they knew what happened with the Kraken.
I thought he was just like
having a really bad time.
Like the worst shit ever. But no, it's
soup.
Oh
no, it's the artist!
Yep.
Oh no!
Wow.
Oh, he got... This guy's like,
sir?
What's happening
You alright out there?
He's like, damn, that is the worst bowel movement I've ever heard in my life.
Oh, we're gonna have to talk to the cook. Oh, hold on,
yeah.
Look at the, hold on, turn around. Look at the hammocks. People's feets.
The feetsies. No, other side, Dave. The one that has people in it.
Alright, nothing distinctive there.
There's one more hammock that's there.
Yeah, right, on the right. No, keep going. Yeah, whatever, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we're coming back here, it's fine.
Yeah, it's all good.
Ugh. Terrible.
That is awful.
Edward Spratt, artist.
Did he meet an unknown fate?
Was crushed by a beast. Oh, by the way, 30. So yeah, when I played through this again, I didn't actually solve any of the riddles. I was just going through to get audio.
Mm-hmm.
So. Okay, we got that one right. And we got that one right. And that gets us to
30.
Also, I think I've realized what this symbol means. Obviously, each line is an actual person that died. The reason this looks different is because these are the survivors.
Well, that, and if you recall, since we're having a bit of a watch theme here, there are 60 people.
In 60 seconds.
Yeah. So each of those is like 1 second on the clock. Yeah, there's more corpses. There was a person who died before that guy.
Huh. Also, the other thing that the other thing that I noticed about these
you have
trails.
Going.
No, you don't have to. You do, but they also give you kind of a hint of the path that they took to get where they are. Like, that one went up, so I'm willing to bet that there's something in the rigging.
Let me on. Over my dead body, you bloody Dane. Huh? How's that?
There's no cause for trouble, boys. Get in the boat.
Huh? Thought I'd forget. You killed my brother. What? That was an accident. The ropes.
It wasn't his fault. I saw the whole thing.
Nice. I shouldn't have waited so long.
No, don't.
Ooh.
All right. So we know a few things. That guy's a Dane.
Dane, yep.
Mm-hmm.
This guy has a brother.
And his brother was the one who was crushed at the beginning.
Right.
Oh, you mean the rigging?
Yeah, when the crates dropped down and crushed that one guy.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Doom Chapter 1?
Yep. So
there's no storm, there's no Kraken.
Yeah, I know.
Interesting. Okay.
It hasn't come up yet.
So is there any... Look on the boat. Is there anything on the boat?
Well, there's a dude there, and then there's a dude holding like a book or like a bag or something.
He
Those
might
look like
be
a couple books.
I want to say he's a priest, but I don't know about that.
He's not a priest. We don't have a there isn't like a ship's chaplain or whatever.
Right.
And
well,
that is
there's
the
your
beginning
problem.
of the Doom.
So he's Danish. How
Yep.
many Danes do we have?
I would assume one.
At the very least one.
He was clubbed
by
a man who has a brother.
So
why don't we go back to...
Check the dude who was... Well, we don't know the name of the guy who was crushed.
Yeah, but I would assume that he would be a shipman down at the very bottom, like a seaman. So one of these guys, like there's Nathan Peters there. Is there a second Peters?
Samuel Peters.
There is.
So one of these two is...
It's possible that he's either Samuel or Nathan Peters.
Let's go with Nathan for now.
Yeah.
You could just say an unknown seaman, but...
And we know enough about that guy to potentially identify him. We know enough about that guy to identify him.
Do we?
If their portrait is not blurred out, we have enough information to identify them.
That's not odd.
But he's one of the harder ones because it has three triangles.
Yeah. This guy has 2.
So he's also in a uniform. So if you know what uniform he's wearing, we could go by like process of elimination or whatever.
Right. But we can't see the whole thing from here, so let's just go back.
So
we have to step back.
Yeah. Gotta go back in time.
Back to the past, Samurai Jack.
How many people died in the Doom?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Some people had unknown fates. That was another thing that I noticed in the Doom. This is terrifying that we didn't notice it before. We have to go back to one of these memories.
Yep. Well, first look at the book. I want to see because we want to try and figure out the one thing. The dude's outfits or whatever.
Right.
Zoom in. You can click on it.
Ah, I know who this is.
He's the surgeon's doodah.
Is he?
Well, hold on. Go back to the thing.
He's
there is
carrying
no surgeon's mate.
Well, go back to the picture. So who's he standing next to?
He's standing right next to the surgeon.
So he's likely the surgeon's mate.
Or the
but
doctor.
There is no surgeon's mate.
Well, scroll down to the surgeon.
The sturgeon.
The sturgeon.
We do have a surgeon.
It's like, why is it not showing up? There's not enough...
Yeah, it's only showing... Because the people whose fates we have determined do not show up anymore.
Oh,
so
right.
that you don't get distracted by them.
I gotcha. In that case... He might be... Go back to the stewards, the list of the stewards. Now, what are the X'd out ones?
Captain Stewart, First Mate
No,
Stewart.
but what does that mean if they're crossed out?
Means we've identified them, but their fates haven't been confirmed.
Yeah, it means they've been selected as someone.
Yes.
Okay.
So you're not accidentally selecting somebody multiple times.
All right.
Then I don't know who that guy is. Then he's definitely not Zungi Sati, so he's not the ship steward.
He might be the third or fourth mate steward.
Yeah.
But we don't know.
Second mate.
I mean, it's just because he's wearing that tie.
No, because those guys are the stewards. So the ones without the ties are...
Check the dudes on the stairwell again.
Yeah,
They're
those
all
are all
wearing
the
the
stewards.
same coat. First mate so those two, yeah, they all have the exact same shirt. The guy up top and then the guy right there.
The guy up top looks to be Indian, so he's probably the,
Sati.
Yeah, like the ship's steward.
That was the guy that was killed in the, who was accidentally shot through the wall, right?
No, he was
think
crushed
so.
by the
No,
that
the
got
guy
shot
at the
through
top
wall.
of the stairs.
Over there
He
by
was-
the wheel,
He was shot through the wall.
there's like another steward by the wheel. In front of the wheel. To the right. That guy. No. To the right. That... No.
That's midshipman.
Oh, I didn't see his tie. Never mind
Yeah,
then.
these are the midshipmen. We've
Now, hover
we've
over-
pretty sure we've identified
Hover
them.
over the mysterious one again next to the surgeon. And go back to the midshipman.
Oh, no. I know who he is. He had the bag, remember? He was holding the bag.
He was holding like the book or something. Yeah.
Books or bags.
So he would be the purser.
Okay.
I think so. Okay.
I would
We don't know what happened
that,
to him.
That would be my guess. He's holding, like, the books. I would assume that was what was in the bag, because it wasn't, like, the surgeon stuff, because there isn't a surgeon's mate. So I would say that he's, like, the purser, the ship's purser.
Let me
Also,
on.
it wasn't his fault. I saw the whole thing. We can use that to identify him too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but something horrifying that I noticed while I was going back to get video for this.
Oh dear. Kablam.
It is not. It is this one.
There's a guy falling right there, yeah.
That's the, no, go back to him. That's the unknown turban lineman.
So we can just say he drowned.
More than likely, that guy.
Omid Ghoul drowned. Was drowned by the beast.
There's more to. There's far, far more to that.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
So
he
that's
fell in
one-
water. He could have been eaten by the beastly beast.
So that's
Well-
one guy that exploded.
That guy was ripped in half,
Mm-hmm.
As you do.
as one does.
Oh my god. Oh, those are the guys on the boat. That was like... Shit.
Yep. And
I did
we
not-
didn't even notice because of all of this fucking chaos that
Yeah.
3 people are very dead.
Look up in the lines. Look up in the lines. Like, turn to the left. Because I noticed, no, by the main mast, there's a gun. Scroll down. Oh no, that's a dude by the mast. Okay. I just saw the gun
Yeah,
floating
he's
there.
that guy.
And I was like, why is there a gun floating on the mast? Someone fell off. And he's like, I am drinking as much as I can right here
No,
and now.
I think he has explosives.
Is that an explosive?
It might be. But anyway, highlight the people on the boat.
Yeah,
I
go back
can't.
to...
They're too
You
far
can't-
away.
Are they? Okay. Then we can just make the assumption that it was the 3 people that were on that boat.
Yep.
So we
The
go
one who
back to
clubbed the Dane, the purser, and the black guy.
So why were they leaving the boat, though, at that time?
That's a good question, isn't it?
Well, what is the chapter before the Doom?
Soldiers of the Sea.
So there was that whole thing with the horrible crab people that happened, right? And then they tried to get away, because of that, and then they were sunk by
A terrible Kraken.
the Kraken.
How's that?
No cause for trouble, boys. Get in the boat.
So I'm pretty sure that's the purser.
They summoned the Kraken.
Was drowned by a
beast.
A terrible beast. Oh,
Done.
well, something
Done.
happened. 3 more fates correct.
So we figured out.
He was
Purser.
drowned by... It was the purser. He was drowned by a terrible beast.
Okay,
He
so
was
that was
clubbed.
Nathan Peters. So that means we can go
The
back
crushed
to
guy was Samuel Peters. And
we
yeah,
can
he
go
was
back
drowned
to
by-
the first chapter and say that the crushed guy was Samuel Peters.
Mm-hmm.
Yay, we did it!
You can just go back to the previous page, Dave. There you go. Cool.
Yep.
Now,
Alright.
Thought I'd forget. You killed my brother.
so
That was an accident. The robes.
there's a couple of other things that we have to remember because again, this is a new recording session, everybody.
Yep.
Mhm.
When we were, come on, table of contents. The Calling. It was... Miss Lim, are you alright? Yes, I am okay. But the chest, it must not fall into the ocean.
If the monsters come, you must stay down.
Right.
And I'm
I'm
assuming
thinking
the
that
chest
the-
was that big, tall, like, ornate...
Or whatever
Crazy.
was in it.
Yeah,
Which,
no,
if they were on the boat trying to get it away from the ship because of the soldiers of the sea that came and attacked everybody, and it fell into the water, did
No,
that
no.
summon the Kraken?
No, the thing is the soldiers of the
If you
sea
go back to the
happened
end of the-
after that. What
Yeah, if
happened
you go-
is...
If you go back to the end of this section here, like on the open sea or whatever, you can see in the last scene that the chest is still on the ship.
Chest is still
Right.
on there.
No. I'm sorry. I'm not being clear. If we go to... back here...
Yep.
This is the Doom.
Is what he's holding what was in the chest?
Well, I would assume not, because I'm
Probably
assuming that's like
not.
the ship's books or whatever. Like the logs and all of that.
So then why were they trying to get off the boat?
My brother.
Well, because
Because
they
they-
just got attacked by crab people.
Yeah.
Because what happened, the sequence of events is that some dudes grabbed the chest and these nobles and stuff and tried to leave, obviously for nefarious reasons. They're like, hey, we'll ransom them, they've got expensive shit, whatever. And then they were attacked by the sirens/mermaids. And they managed to survive, or one dude did, and came back with the chest and the boats full of these dead or captured mermaids. And then one of the, Fomorians shot the dude. And he was like, you've brought doom to us, and da-da-da-da-da. And then the soldiers of the sea, the crabmen, showed up because they had taken the quote-unquote unholy captives.
Do we know if there's a Chinese top man left?
There's 3.
Alright, there's 3 of them, so we can't guess.
Yeah. We could, but it's not...
We're not
that's
going
the
to
word.
force it or whatever. Yeah.
We could brute force it, but that's kind of a...
We can
We
figure
still
out
don't
who
know.
that is.
We know that he was shot through the wall, and we kind
Yes.
of can identify who it was if we want to go back and do that.
Well, I can't remember if we
we can't
identified
zoom in
who
on
it is.
him. Yeah, we can't
You
zoom
can
in
still-
on him is the problem.
Well, you can still look through the wall
We can
and
look
see
through
who
the
it
wall
is.
to kind of see, identifying features, but no, we can't immediately see.
Well,
Yeah.
there might be a way to actually identify him. Let's find out.
Well, it's like his clothes and whether he's got hair or
I'm thinking
or
of
stuff
an
like that.
easier way than... I went the wrong way. I'm thinking of
You
a bit of
more
an
level
easier
up.
way.
dingus.
Nope, it's this floor.
You also have missed in one of the rooms. I believe it's the first mate's cabin. There's a thing hanging outside the.
Yep, I know. I saw that
window.
one too.
So that'll be after this.
Yep.
Look at all the bones, man!
So he got shot by
That guy.
that guy right there.
So
Cool.
if we go
All I
to the
needed.
previous scene, we know who's holding a gun, wearing a white
And he's
shirt,
got
bald
white
head.
pants. He's bald pants. He's bald pants.
Bald pants.
White pants, bald, grayish, whitish shirt. Long sleeve shirt.
He's got a gun.
So go to the spiky dude scene.
The spiky dude. Nope, we need to go to one prior to this.
Yep. It's not quite right. Which I believe
You need to go to 5 to 8.
is this
Maybe
one.
that one. Yep, 5 of 8. Look towards.
Jeez, dude.
There he is.
That fellow.
Mm-hmm.
Who we technically have not yet identified.
Damn.
But I think I know who he is. I might know who he is.
You said that last time and you're like, he's the cook's mate. No.
No.
No, he's not.
Well, why don't we just go through the other thing first, and then we can maybe
I think
narrow it down.
I think he's Olus, the gunner's mate.
Might be.
But if you asked me to prove it, I wouldn't know where to go to do that. So I'm not going to try to force it. Alright.
That we don't know where he died.
No, we haven't figured that out yet.
Remember, we don't necessarily need to know where he died. We just need to know who he is. We'll figure out where he died when we get there. Also,
what the fuck is that a foot?
That is a foot.
On your toes.
Not like that.
this is a chapter we have not seen.
Slack the lifts and lower the
No, this is the beginning of the
Right.
Where they stole the. Oh!
So we found out where this guy died. He has an ice pick.
He's only in one memory.
This one.
Oh shit.
They're being kidnapped.
So Sir Edward Nichols shot the unknown gentleman.
Yep.
Oh wow.
They're taking both of the longboats.
Mm-hmm. Oh shit, there's another dude dead there.
Yep. One of the midshipmen. What the fuck?
That was the dude that was hung at sea. What?
Oh yeah, that's right.
So he got clubbed in the head or something, I guess. I don't know.
Pigs.
Piggles. Boy, there sure is a lot going on here, in there.
Is that the guy who lost his leg?
No. Because the guy who lost his leg had it cut off by, like, an insane dude.
Right. Murder.
Murder.
And this
Murder
is
most foul.
when they got to the Canary Islands.
They have stolen. He was shot
By Nichols.
with a gun.
But we don't yet know who he is.
Correct.
On your toes, boy. So he screamed, or no. So he just screamed, "Give it up," and then he was shot.
Captain. Did they see the captain?
No, he's
No,
like probably
one of the other
screaming
people
for the captain
there,
or whatever.
Probably the guy that got stabbed in the leg was screaming for the captain.
Maybe. Okay. Yeah, there's some other murders here. Hey, next time on Character Select,
More murder.
we'll find out what the deal is with Justice at Sea, shall we? But thank you
It
very much for
sucks.
watching.
Show.
Make sure to click that like button down below if you like it. And, yeah, it kind of sucks a little bit. By a little bit, I mean a lot. By a lot, I mean... oof.
People dead.